So Jake Paul and Nate Diaz is official for August 5th in Dallas, Texas. And I think this is a perfect fight for Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is going to cash out. But for Jake, if you look at the Tommy fight, Tommy outlanded him in every single round. And if Jake used this rematch clause right away, the outcome would likely be very similar. So I think Jake is wise to wait a little bit before going after the rematch. He needs more experience, more rounds in the ring before he goes and fights Tommy again. Get 2 or 3 more fights and then rematch Tommy. I think it's wise, take the criticism online. He deserves it. He talked a big game. He lost to a boxer. Now he's fighting an MMA fighter again. He's going to get roasted for that. But it's the right move in my opinion. I don't think Nate Diaz is a retired MMA fighter. I think the dude is going to keep boxing after this. I think we'll see him in the octagon. And Nate Diaz is a really tough guy, and he's a perfect guy for Jake to get some experience with. I'm pretty sure Nate's been training boxing since September of his Tony Ferguson fight, and he's trained boxing throughout his career. He doesn't get knocked out. He's got amazing cardio. I think it's going to be a war, and it's the perfect guy for Jake to go back and forth with just to improve. Jake needs to improve, and he needs to sell. Jake's not going to sell by fighting journeyman boxers like all the other boxers do. Professional boxers pad their records when they start out by fighting these journeymen to get the experience. And what Jake does is he fights MMA fighters. He fights MMA fighters to get that experience, to get the training camps, the rounds in the ring. And I don't know what's tougher. Answer me the question: what's tougher, fighting an MMA fighter in boxing or fighting a journeyman boxers 2-20, 10-50, whatever the record might be? What's tougher? I truly don't know the answer to that, but I don't give Jake a super hard time for fighting these guys because he needs experience. He needs to level up before he fights a guy like Tommy again. I think he will fight Tommy, but it's wise not to do it right now. And that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for making it to the end of this video. If this is your first video with me, make sure to like and subscribe for more combat sports content, and I'll see you next time.